Who's that?
Who's that over there?
Oh, Gary, what are you doing?
Looking for the neutral position sensor on that mini off, which I think is that.
Yeah.
Number 6.
This one just here, Gary.
That one there, Marvin.
How much is that, Gary?
Um,
Dun dun. £47.
£47, Rodney.
Go on, Rodney.
Yeah. Alright, Dave. Why do you call me Dave? It's your name, innit? No, it's Rodney. You sure?
Yeah.
One of the greatest lines ever. One of the greatest scenes ever. Right, so.
Good day there?
Good day of the day. Funny day of the day. Quiet day of the day, but.
Well,
Yeah.
it looked quite small.
It looked quite small, but.
Then I got awfully busy.
I just. One of them weird days.
Oh.
One of them weird days. But yeah, we're through it all. Everything's gone. A couple left in the car park ready to collect tomorrow. But so yeah, on the grand scheme of things, went.
A photo of a photo, taking a photo.
Taking a photo of the photo.
Whoosh.
And then.
Shall I wander around the car park, Gary? See what's happened today?
There's a photo of the car park. Can you please? I'll just send this text. See if.
We're thinking about refurbing the reception area. Any ideas, anybody? We don't quite know what's going to happen yet, but it is going to get a slight refurb.
Let's have a look in the car park.
Let's look in the car park.
In one. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I say.
Yes. So that
Right.
was back for the central open actuator. Was in there.
Oh.
Let's fix it. So that was.
Oh, diag and fixed.
Diag and fixed.
Unbelievable.
Oh, nothing that happens. But no,
Tell you one thing, it's freezing out here, Gary.
it's absolutely. Why would you decide to do this, Mom?
I know. We should have
Yeah.
brought jackets.
It's probably not a good idea.
That's the little.
Well, I tell you what, like, so as you can see, the car park is relatively empty.
I'll tell you this.
because-
It's mint. Normally that's 3 deep,
Yeah,
that death row.
well, they do.
The little club sport is going to the Nürburg on Thursday, so that just got a quick prep and valid because it was absolutely disgusting. Is it open? Looks a lot better there now. The back was absolutely caked in crap, but that looks a lot better.
Yes, good to go.
Good to go.
Go.
That was a MOT failure from another garage.
Yeah.
I would love to know where it failed because I've missed quite a bit. But anyway, not our problem.
No problem.
Don't look at that recovery truck, that doesn't
Let's
need them.
just stand here.
Yeah,
Actually, the,
Gary, your wallet will block that whole van.
just
In fact, you need that pickup truck for your wallet.
I'll probably, my Kate will probably cover that as well.
That's the, well, that's the disco of despair, but it will get better with time, that thing. Oh, I missed one here, Gary. Ah, the little
yeah,
Minsky.
that's the one we're looking for, the position sensor for.
Oh, that is the gear position sensor mini.
Cruise control and speed limit's not working on it. But it's coming up with a gear neutral position sensor fault.
Yeah.
So we don't think it knows what gear it's in, which is causing it to let the cruise control work.
Oh, very good.
So we'll see if that's available, Chris, tomorrow, and hopefully get that.
Well, what is this black beast over here?
That's the one off the back end last week that was over the ramp. So that's the timing chain. Being road tested.
Ingenium?
Ingenium, another ingenious Ingenium. But it's good to go. But we'll check the levels in the morning, etc. Make sure they have settled down. Make sure there's no spots or leaks, etc. Then that's good to go.
This little Vivaro that was brought, well, actually I recovered it.
Yeah,
because Andy is off. New battery and clean the terminals up and all that sort of stuff.
Terminals, that's off the button. But again, let's start finding the date. But we'll try that in the morning, make sure it's alright, and then we'll get that battery in.
And this little 208 is the one that requires possible engine or possible work on the engine.
Yeah, it's not very well that
We'll
one.
have a look at that.
Not very well that one.
Nice Audi S3.
Coolant loss. It's probably from the normal place. So there's that one there.
Yeah.
We've got the Golf inside.
Yes, the GTI, yeah.
GTI,
And we've just done
and we've just done
the Club Sport for the same thing.
That's for the same thing, so it's probably all the same area. Common unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're a bit of a pain in the backside to do.
And this absolute beauty is going to go somewhere else for its welding.
Yeah, that needs welding.
That's the Hubway GTD. That's the one that was in the last video. That's all ready to go now, but they've got another one the same as this, so that hopefully that car will be available Wednesday, I believe. So then we'll get Paul to run that up and get it swapped over. That one's exactly the same. The other one, time belt, water pump, health check.
So what I was surprised on that, I mean, I think there's a little bit of weep from the end casing on the gearbox.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's sound. For 100, I thought you kind of could.
Can't complain, sir.
Kind of complain at that. That's the one that needs the jaw valve on. However, they're on back order with no delivery date with Jaguar Land Rover. Silver black, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
So we'll see where we'll go with that one. Difficult one to get. Think what we'll do with that one.
Let's just bypass the old
Let's
Vogue.
just bypass that. Hop's getting the jump.
And this one was the diesel leak.
Yeah, it's got a fuel leak, so we've got the rigid pipes run along the offside wing.
Yeah.
One of them's holed.
Hold?
It's got a hole.
Hole in
Yeah,
the pipe.
it's got a holy hole. But we'll need to try and fix that for the customer because it's literally engine bay, inner wing, down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, we'll see if we can fix that.
There's a couple of vans over there. One's for intercooler and one is for a cam sensor.
Yeah.
And then we've got this customer has lost the clutch on this, but has decided not to go ahead with the repair. I think that vehicle's getting scrapped, I believe.
Up, yeah, core parts coming to pick that up and we'll get rid of that.
And then this is the
that's had the two back calipers.
Range Rover Vogue.
Yeah.
That's had that new caliper on both sides.
Get the drive that night, bed the brakes in, make sure the brakes alright, and then they'll go back tomorrow as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice car that.
It is very nice.
Nice car that.
Very, very nice.
Very nice. I like the front end of them. I think that's probably the nicest. Even the new ones, I think that's a better shape than the new one in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So caliper on that side as well, as I said.
Yeah.
And that one tested is ready to go back to the customer tomorrow.
Shall we see what's happening in the workshop?
Let's see what's happening in the workshop.
The doors are locked, like, so we'll have to manoeuvre through the reception. In fact, I can see up there Eddie B's in the office.
Eddie B.
What are we doing with the camera if Eddie B's in?
Why is Eddie up there? Well, I tell you what, I think I said last week.
It's easy, man.
It's easy, isn't it? I mean, I think he makes a bit of a meal of it, actually.
He does.
He does, really, yeah.
Is that fuel cap always missing?
Ah,
machines.
Surplus to requirements.
Ah.
After you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir.
God damn me.
Absolutely freezing, socials. Right, let's start off on the GTA. Oh, who's that? It's Paul!
Exhaust machines make the funny noise then?
Oh, and he's putting on to home because it keeps on thinking all day.
So that's
Good
the,
night, Paul.
so that's the aftermath of Michael.
Yeah, that is the Vasher pump that got done on the GTD.
GTD one was.
This one is actually a GTI, not a GTD. This one's probably going to be a water pump with thermostat as well.
Probably the same as the Audi outside.
Go on, guys, get the bonnet up.
Get the bonnet up. This is where I make myself look back because I can't find it.
On the bonnet itself, I think.
Isn't it? Use that one there.
Look at that.
Look at that. Smell it as well, can't you?
Aye, so there's no coolant in there at the moment. And normally the pump is below the inlet, yeah. So it's the inlet and all this pipe work, all sort of stuff, get that off. Probably going to be in there, to be honest with you, like they normally are. But we'll have a look, double check. And we've got the little juke in. Yeah.
So this one doesn't start unless you use a big pry bar.
Yeah.
That's the new starting. That's the new starting mechanism, yeah.
Nice.
Patented by Nissan, that.
Yeah.
I starter motor's failed on.
New starter motor, and I think it's got a couple of bits of bobs on the health check.
This is the one, if you remember a while ago.
Oh, the ball drag had fell out.
Aye. But it's got a tracker anyway as well, so just get that safe, because he likes his called safe done, so we'll get that checked on.
Let's just bypass this shed.
Yeah.
This is the car that went somewhere else for an engine, then came back and needed.
So again, you know, we're talking about another one where parts have let us down. We've promised them today, and it turns out when one of them turned up wrong, so we've had to reorder them direct from the dealer on these. The price of the prop shaft is eye-watering.
That prop for this was £1,000.
It was £1,000, yeah.
But you know what's ironic? The quote that we give for fitting a new motor, they would have spent that now by the time this gets stripped again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there was nothing wrong with the prop until it went somewhere else, then they've caused £1,000 worth of damage. And the dry shaft. This is the one off. That's right, it was on number 5 last week for a diag. Ended up where it did need a clutch. So this is the manual with the automatic basically clutch on it. And the clutch is slipping pretty bad. I'll tell you what it is, that RAC sticker there, that's something else that. He's took that from his Reliant Robin, that thing. Look at that. That logo since 19 Canteen.
Put that on eBay, I might get 30 quid.
Right, he'll pay for his clutch. Well. And this one, is this MOT failure?
MOT failures, yeah. Tyre, exhaust, broken coil spring, drop link missing on the rear. Yeah, a couple of other stuff. So that one will get done tomorrow.
Yeah. And this, this thing here, this is unbelievable. I'll tell you, this has got some tap bolt onto this.
Yeah. I would expect they'll do that at least 4 wheel bearings in a year.
Oh, it's got look that.
Wheels. I mean, crazy.
That there is against the body panel there. Look how far they stick out. That's unbelievable, I see. And it's 3.2, so it's gonna blow up anyway. I mean, that has got a lot of stuff bolted onto that. It was in, believe it or not, for tracking. It's got a little leak on the gasket, isn't it?
It has, yeah, from the
EGR.
Possibly on the EGR, the back of the engine, back of some head.
That's some size, that like. I think it's got a lift kit on the front, and they've I think it's 1 inch on the front and 2 on the back. Some size. And then this is the
wonder why the steering wheel's pointing at 10 to 2. Yeah,
exactly.
Crazy.
That's the SVR that we're doing last week. This is just well, it's done, but I think it's not get authorised for.
Once the service done as well.
Yeah. That'll have to get factored into the diary somewhere.
Back in the week. Just getting time to do it.
Yeah.
Because the beginning of the week's run away with itself already.
The G-Wagon, this saga just never ends. So basically, oh no, it's in bits again.
Oh no, it's in bits again.
Because I only noticed the other day when it was a little chilly, I went to go and put the heater on, and the fan is seized solid as it's been sat for 45 years. My goodness. So that thing there is back in parts, and then we can't get the part apparently. So we're going to try and free it up a little bit, but also
I think we need to blame Marvin for that, so on a health check.
Yeah.
We'll
so tomorrow this is going to go to Kish Interiors in Sunderland just to get that monstrosity fixed there. Look at that. Somebody's definitely living in there. And then there's that one there. I think whoever had this was a big fucking fat cut, wasn't he? He's just wore that straight away.
You can't see that, man.
I can just see it, man.
No, you just can't leave the interior the same way.
Aye.
It's nice actually, that. Yeah.
I mean,
just wants a little bit of, maybe a little bit of more on the bowl side, just give a little bit extra comfort, but it's cleaned up canny, isn't it? Interior's come up good. Yeah.
It's been a long time since you ever see a proper dashboard like that.
Yeah.
So that'll, I mean, Paul's got in a million bits again now, like, but once that goes back together, we'll
that may be 3 weeks time.
That'll be 3 weeks, get the heat and water back in. And this forecast here was the
air conditioning gone off again. Was recharged about 12 months ago. Stopped working again, so we'll have a look at the condenser and whatever, see if there's any obvious signs of leaks.
Put a few condensers in these, haven't we?
Yeah. But yeah.
Eddie B.
That?
How is the camera floating? If the camera is there.
There you go. Yeah.
Eddie B's back.
Back in town.
Yes, who's back?
Yeah.
Right. So that one, check the condenser. It's
So,
normally the condenser, like, but it could be anything, to be fair.
stick the air conditioning machine on the morning, just vacuum test it, see if it goes vacuum. If not, then we'll see if there's any leaks.
We'll hunt out for me.
We'll find it. Where are you? We'll find you.
This is another Range Rover. So this one is in for the body off as well. Basically on the back of the engine. We've done a crossover pipe before on plenty of these, never on this one yet. So something on that crossover pipe I think is leaking. It's then started to melt all the back of the wiring harness and a couple of the pipes. So we'll get that off, get everything repaired, all new plugs, new wiring, and then body back on. Hopefully this will be gone.
Spent some money on that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that one. This Disco 4, so basically same platform as you've got over there, 3 litre TDV6, SDV6, whatever we call these ones, SDV6. So this was originally booked in because the owner or the customer thought it was a split inlet manifold, which is another common thing we do. But I'm pretty confident it's definitely not that. It's going to be the well, it sounds like it's a turbo, really.
Right.
But the smoke out the back of it is unbelievable, and it's going to misfire, and it's all not good. But we'll spend a couple hours in this diagging it, and then obviously, whatever we find, we'll go back to the customer and see if they want to go for take the body off and inspect turbos, things like that, or keep the way it is. But it's pretty much undrivable. They'll probably have to make the decision the same as that guy did there, body off, and then let's investigate a bit further.
Nice car, that.
It is a lovely car. I love Disco 4s. Well, I just love Discos actually. But these are, well, I've had plenty of them, they're a good workhorse, aren't they?
Yeah.
Drive nice, they tow good. The only problem is that motor's just a little bit unreliable.
Just a bit soft, isn't it? Yeah.
Aye, but
Just a bit soft.
we've had one that doing 300,000 miles. And I mean, it snapped the crank like, but it was 300,000 miles in, so.
Well, no what to say.
Aye.
No what's forever.
Nothing lasts forever, Gary.
Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, it
Like
is what
this
it is until it
video
isn't.
this evening, we're going to end it there because nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll no doubt see you tomorrow. Hopefully Eddie B will be behind the camera.
Tell you what, there's something going on over there. We'll have to find out or make our way across. There's a lot of noise going on. I don't understand what it is because I don't think there's anybody here. But there is now. Yeah, okay. Good evening, everybody. What day is it? Is it Wednesday, isn't it? Is it Wednesday? Holy moly, Wednesday already, cracky. Yeah, this is another busy week, isn't it? G-Wagon's just in here for tonight. We're now aware about that one. So we'll whiz past that. Then we've got yeah, so that one we'll talk about that a lot. That'll get serviced tomorrow. That'll get serviced tomorrow, and it's got a punch hole hoist on the work on the back there. So we'll get that fixed tomorrow as well for the customer. So yeah, that'll get done, and then that one should go tomorrow, possibly the day after, because he lives in Doncaster, so we'll have to find out where how it's going to get back with him. But yeah, so that one nearly done. For that one, we already talked about obviously the tracking, etc. and things like that. It's just a matter of finding space in the diary for them, because like I say, it's 7:10. And it'll be just, you know, it's just really busy week. So yeah, so that one we know what needs. That one will go on the diary. Probably go to that in the week. This one here is in for MOT tomorrow. Don't have that. It's an old, I'm saying old 08 registered on a sitting platform. I think it's on a sitting media platform. MOT test tomorrow. Already loaded up for Josh's first job in the morning. There's a couple of, it's got a bit of a starting problem as well, so we'll have a look at that for the customer tomorrow as well as elsewhere. But yeah, that's that one. Ford Focus. So this one, remember from last night, it's in progress, but this is a lot of work. So just what we do with these, so if you notice, what it's failed the MOT on is that has come away from the. So again, remember I talked about a couple of videos ago that there would be on the car. So front wheel drive car, and what happens is as the engine accelerates or brakes, what happens is the engine obviously rotates, pivots backwards and forwards. that part there, that flexi, allows the exhaust to flex with the engine movement. So there should be a metal case on here, but that one's gave way. That one's not much in better condition. We didn't quote for that one, we didn't anticipate it. However, the right thing to do in this case is we'll cut, as you can see, we've already cut it there onto the catalysts. So we've measured the sleeves up, measured the diameter of the sleeves, and we'll weld the sleeves back in. And again, with that, if we didn't do that, as you can see there, Ed, they go directly onto the catalysts, and catalysts, as everybody knows, are a fairly expensive item. So it's a way of a good repair. We do a lot of these on various different ones. It's a good repair, and also it saves the customer quite a bit of money, which is good, of course, you know. Because again, you know, when you talk about a 13-plate car, if you're talking about cutlass catalysts and things like that, it can often write the cars off, unfortunately. So these things we try and do just in an effort to try and keep the customers on the road and keep the cars on the road, because other than that, it's a tidy car. That's not the coil spring on the front there, Ed. You can see the coil spring's already fitted. That one's done. But they'll have a bit of a job on the back of these. It needs a trailing arm bush as well. And they're quite a job. They're about 3 or 4 hours to do. So, but again, it's well in progress. That one there.
No, please don't let me just tell you. I'm not here.
Lurking around in the background is the lesser spotted Campbell.
Someone stole my power probe.
No, don't believe it. This one is the Ace Windows van, local company, Team Valley customer. This one here, it needs the exhaust gas temperature sensor. So we've been waiting on it to come from Quickco. That arrived with us this afternoon. They're not too far to do. That'll get fitted in the morning, and then hopefully that'll get delivered back to the customer tomorrow. Yeah. So gas temperature. Another thing we talk about. Gas temperature sensors and NOx sensors and what have you. There's quite a lot of sensors to do with the emissions on cars and vans now, and that's a byproduct of this. Unfortunately, these sensors do fail. The Cougar we know about. Prop shafts now arrived, and the drive shaft. We've had to order them direct from Ford, so they've come back. Lack of aftermarket parts, you know, with these. So they are genuine Ford parts. They're ready to go back on. Once we get them in, that can go back together, and that's relatively easy. It's not far away from being ready, that one. Nissan Juke. Starter motors failed on it, which we talked about last night. Again, starter motors here, alternator belt. We also noticed during the health check, so again, if you remember, with health checks, what we always try and do is make sure the car leaves here safe and roadworthy, of course. We noticed that the tracker end on the passenger side has got a lot of free play in it. So again, we're going to replace the tracker end and the alternator belt. We noticed that again as part of the looking for the starter fault. So yeah, that'll get done tomorrow. That should be delivered back to the customer tomorrow. So again, a lot of work in progress. Just a matter of getting them through. Again, another one. The workshop's loaded up for tomorrow morning. This one here is for. We suspect that it's got 2 turbos on this one. We suspect it's the soft turbo, if you like, if the lower turbo, if you like. But the car's suffering from underpowered. It's massively underpowered. We did diagnostics on it last week, but the turbo force lift the bonnet is down the side. There's not a great deal to see. And to do the tests on the turbo, do the vacuum tests, etc. You know, it's quite a lot even to take off. So the car's back with us for a couple of days just to investigate a bit further and see what's going on with it, of course. Ford Ranger. We talked. If you remember a couple of nights ago. Sorry, I'll just get grab it in. So again, this one here. We talked about FAI stuff. This one here has had the new pump replaced, and that's the new pump in the box there. So it's the Op 243 pump. So that one is really just back for to make sure everything's settled in as it should do. Because to do them, there's a lot of work involved in them. It's some off the bottom of the engine off. So we've just brought it back after a few days just to make sure it's settled in. As Marvin said the other day, what I want to make sure is that the oils, the lubrication side is picked up properly, because they are a little bit prone to oil starvation problems, or you know, if you don't prime them properly. So again, you know, like I say, that one there, it's just for it to check over. But that one had the FEI 243 pump, which is a different one. That's the pump, because we've got another one coming in tomorrow. That'll get done tomorrow. So that's that. As I said again, you know, we've got another one coming tomorrow. There's two more timing chains to do. Busy week, really busy week. Car park. What is going on in the car park? Yeah, I mean, it's got to see, so you know, we're very busy and we're getting through the work, which is great, of course. Van there, we had to pick that up yesterday, so we had a look at that one a few days ago, and the customer was complaining of non-start. The van came into us. I believe when it came in a couple of days ago, it wouldn't start for the customer, but he managed to get it started and drove it here. And then we just tried it throughout the day and it was fine. However, it looks like so we've put a battery on it. We had to go and pick it up yesterday, because what was happening was the dash lights, and you get like the clicking noise from the starter motor. So we put a battery on it yesterday, tried again this morning, tried it this afternoon, because again, it's one of them whereby we just want to make sure we try and do as much as possible before it goes back to the customer. The wrong thing we'll do, because of you know, it is a return to workshop, but it's not because of the circumstances. We couldn't fault it. What we want to try and do is obviously make sure we give every effort that we can to make sure that the van goes out all right. So like I say, the battery was fitted yesterday, started three times a day, and it started first to the key every time, so we're confident that we'll give that back to Ian now. That's ready to go. You pick that up in the morning, that's ready to go. Little S3 we talked about yesterday. Again, it's got the it's similar to the Golf there. We've got a Golf just to that side. I think we've already talked about, I'm not going to get that one too much. It's got the leak from the coolant unit, which is underneath the manifold. So that one again, that one's just waiting to get started. That'll be up Thursday or Friday. Customers picking that up on Friday. That's good to go. It's failed its MOT, but one of the things that's failed on, which these transits are quite common for, is the sales corroding, both the inner and outer. We do welding here, but we don't do a lot of it because it's so time consuming, and I think the thing with welding as well is you've got to be good and proficient at it. However, so that the customers managed to find somewhere to do the welding on it. It's got a snap coil spring, anti-roll linkage away as well. We might get the work out of that, but he's undecided. It depends on how he gets on with where he's taking it to, if they're going to do all the repairs or not. But we'll see. Yeah, like I say, that's getting picked up on Friday. That's ready to go. The Jaguar we've talked about. We already know what's going on with that. That's in progress. We know what's happening with the Range Rover and the Audi at the end there. This is the one that we saw yesterday. So that's one, and that's had one of the three that's due the timing chain. That's had the timing chain. That's good to go. We'll get that washed and back in the morning for the customer, and then I think he's picking that up about mid-morning. So that's good to go. And again, the Golf there. So that very similar to the S3 there. That one's the coolant pump on the front. So that one, parts have arrived for this afternoon. We'll get that done tomorrow and back to the customer. So yeah, that's good. And again, Ace windows. That one came in for a brake check, but again, whether it's a customer's car or a fleet car, we just want to make, as I say a lot, what we found in the health check is that, which the Sprinters are fairly common for, the front and rear brake pipes are very heavily corroded, the rigid brake pipes. They run over the top of the fuel tank and across the back axle. I mean, on these ones, so it needs them done. Also, the tyres are getting a bit low. Ace windows, again, they look after the vans really well. They do keep them safe and roadworthy as well. So we'll get 3 tyres, front and rear brake pads, 2 brake pipes. And then again, that one will get done tomorrow. Pretty run-of-the-mill stuff for a Sprinter. Yeah, that's that one. And the rest of the stuff over here, Ed, is the ongoing stuff which we know about. We've got the cheapest disco in the world, hopefully. You know, waiting for parts for these. Other than the Discovery in the corner, this one was in the workshop last night. I think if we did the video, if I remember, if I remember rightly. We smoke tested it this morning, and it's got a leak from the back of the engine. There's not a great deal to say, however, we do suspect it's a turbocharger problem. So the body's got to come off that one. So the body will have to come off that. And then now so now that we know what's wrong with it, it's a matter of factoring it into the diary and getting it done. You know, getting it done as soon as possible and back to Wevi. But yeah, so that's looking like a turbocharger. That's what I think's up with that. And that's really it for tonight. Like I say, a busy day, another busy day. Marv's just busy with something at the minute, so you know he's not with us tonight. We're trying to get as much. A lot of it the beginning of the week has been about getting work in progress through and know where we're at, and then obviously getting it back in the diary and through. So that's what we're trying to do. But yeah, another busy week. So thank you for putting up with me again. Remember,
Tuesday today.
Yeah, it's like,
Tuesday.
Subscribe and share. Is it Tuesday yet?
Tuesday, not me.
No, is it not? You told me it was Wednesday.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
No,
yes.
no. So, yeah, okay. Thank you. Well, is it Tuesday?
Yes, it is.
It is, well, you know, it's Tuesday. Right, there you go.
It's okay.
There you go. Weeks run away with you already. Yeah, but and in a way, I'm glad it is only Tuesday because we've got that much to do. We could do the next day anyway. So, and remember bank holiday. So remember on bank holiday on Monday, we're closed. So if you need something done, you know, you just check obviously your MOTs, your services that are needing, things like that. So because we're not here on Monday, got one of the first bank holidays in May. I think that's 3 in May. Is that right, Ed?
Yes.
Yes, there's 3 in May. So just check your dates if you need anything done. Like I said, we've got a little bit of space in the diary. Thanks for putting up with us. I'm going round in circles a bit because it's been a long day. I'm tired, and we'll see you tomorrow.
It is 20 to 10. That's what happens when you work for yourself. Just picked up this, I think it's a sitting relay, Peugeot Boxer it is, same thing. Just picked this up from down just past Durham. So hopefully we'll get a look at this week. And obviously the garage looks exactly like it did when we first, me and Gary did our walk around. So no doubt I will see you tomorrow. I know I'm definitely not in the morning, but I'll definitely be in the afternoon. No doubt, probably about as late as this. Cheers, good night. Anyway, it's Wednesday, we're not alone.
I even thought it was Wednesday yesterday. That's how flustered I was.
Oh God, awfully flustered, Gary.
Eddie was keep on going like this with us.
Gone left,
Just
gone
I
right.
got your picture on Tuesday.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Right, so we'll start off on this absolute beautiful.
Pretty good.
Anyway, hear your voice there, son.
Where do we start?
So this is the Range Rover that we put the engine in. It came back with a little oil leak and a water leak. Luckily, touch wood, nothing to do with us. There's a little water house in the middle of the V, which we've replaced a lot of on the V6s. We're doing one of the V8 as well, actually. This engine come complete. There's a little bit of second hand customer supplied it, which we normally never do ever, but we did do it this time just because we felt a bit sorry for the guy. And it's obviously going to come back and bite them because now we need to pay to change his water housing. And the oil level sensor in the sump isn't working, but unfortunately you need to remove the engine to do that. So I don't think we'll be doing that. But we'll definitely get rid of the water leak that he's got in the middle of the V, and then hopefully that'll be that done and gone.
Gone. On to the next one.
Come on, Gary, what's going on?
Well, what is going on?
Oh, here's one you prepared earlier.
Here's one made earlier. Yeah, so we talk a lot about these. This is the pump which goes underneath in the manifold there. See what I mean?
Where's it going, Gary?
What on earth is going on?
I'm back now, Gary. You haven't got stuck there.
I feel like the fella off the Big Bang Theory.
So anyway, moving on. That's like a thermostat outlet housing.
Yeah.
And basically, is this the third one? I think it's the third one we've done.
Yeah.
And we've got another.
There's the Audi S3 outside to do as well.
Yeah, another one to do. And there'll possibly more in the future. This is the same as what we've done on the little Club Sport as well.
These are that common now, I think. TVS keep them on the shop.
Aye. How much one of them, Gary?
I can't remember them off. They're not cheap though. They're not cheap.
There looks a lot to it.
There's quite a chunk of a mechanism there for that. But,
another, obviously, well, it's not a downside, but the problem is that it's actually underneath here. So basically, your inlet manifold will go here. The injectors go in there. Look, so there's the injectors. There's one pulled out with a fuel rail, and then that pump basically sits down here. So there's a lot in the way.
So you can see.
It's all crusty.
This is all the crusty, the residue of it. You get a lot of problems with this because I call it composite plastic. But you can see it's come from various different places.
Like bell metal?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they should make them maybe a different material, but be interesting to see what the new one looks like, see if it's the same or if it's been modified.
Aye. I've got a new one.
No, it's coming tomorrow. Yeah, it's in the morning. Get it delivered off.
Did somebody forget all that?
Let's not go there. Let's not mention names. All I need to say is, I know.
And there's the inlet manifold there, just kick across the floor. The Gowland and Dawson little van.
Snap coil spring, 2 tyres, front disc parts. Another van that works extremely hard.
Very hard working van.
Yeah, so the clunks, the snap coil spring, tyres as you can see are quite well worn on there. Need some brakes as well.
Sound?
Yeah, pretty run of mill stuff. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Should we get charged?
Oh, I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. Oh no. See slides on the same fence, go change.
Oh, let's go for work inspection. What's going on?
That's our room of a sprinter.
That one?
Very hot.
Hot stuff is our job.
If you notice on this,
Gary's going to get Mercedes technical here.
I tell you, I love sprinters, mate. So if you notice on that, the brake pads are worn unevenly, which is really common on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, because what you've got is you've got a piston and a slide setup. Normally it's the bottom one which you get all the problem with, but in this case it's been the top ones. So Josh, as you see, he's got the stanners on, so he's just getting the slides out. We'll clean them up, plenty of white grease and plenty of brake grease in, put it back together, and that'll be fine. But that happens all the time. We see that quite often. I mean, the shame is that pad's nearly new, but that one's because that one seizes up. Very, very common on sprinters. That one of the more common. Yeah. Okay.
Go on, let's not laugh. There's no time for laughing and joking around here.
Let's
Billy Carl, give us a smile. Look at that. Ting! We'll have to do more stuff.
This is in for brake number 1 on the dashboard. It's attaches with it as well, so I think it's been using the front power point. Jim, I thought you were here to help me, city agents. Yeah. Actually, are you doing anything, Jim, or are you just following for the...
Just watching you for the laugh.
Oh, just for the laugh, oh,
Just for the cracks, son. You know what I mean?
So yeah, we have brake pads, we have pads in. in sensor. But like I say,
What's happening, Michael?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing in all, mate.
That's
Just trying to build numbers up, mate.
That's that one.
Michael gets paid a peanuts money.
Doesn't do much.
Oh, rear pads is right, dude. There it is. It's very close to
Get his
this.
money's worth out of them, innit?
That is
Definitely get his money's worth out of them.
There's about 0.5-ish millimetre fag paper on there. Should we show you the most expensive prop in the land?
No, that's, I think so. Was it here yesterday? Was it here yesterday? Wasn't it?
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Has this suffered from rapid uniform destruction?
This is something from a prop for £1,000. How much the shaft gas?
The shaft was also nearly £1,000 plus of that.
No, that
I
one?
reckon that one there was about £350 plus of that.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy money, absolutely crazy money.
Absolutely balmy.
Yeah, direct from Ford.
You're not getting it, Michael?
No, I'm actually, I mean, I think
You should get one, shouldn't you? You should get one. I'll not be getting you one. I've got you too much. Oh, what's this? This is
I just started motoring. Yeah. Tractor end and an alternator belt. Nearly finished one.
Gary,
No, I don't believe it.
the auxiliary belt is too short.
Never experienced in the car, can't you?
Too short, that one.
Yeah.
Just stretch it.
Belt's too short. Is that a stretch belt?
Put it in stretch mode.
That's great. So that's another thing which is going to go into tomorrow. That's fantastic.
Yes, this has been bottling around for 2 days now.
Well, great.
So anyway,
This is the new Nissan Landmark.
I'll tell you what, that's not supposed to be that. What's the little, the mini?
Yeah.
Oh, the mini.
Oh, the mini. Oh, the mini.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That one's the sensor in.
This one's a neutral position sensor. This guy always keeps his position very neutral.
Yes.
Where's Jimmy been?
That's Jimmy there, man. Is Jimmy busy?
He is busy.
Yeah, he's been getting the brake pads for Steve Cox.
Oh.
Pick him up, yeah.
Should we go outside?
Yeah.
That's weird. Jimmy, you busy? Jimmy got a little always busy in there.
Is I?
You put a parking ticket on your car, Jimmy?
Sorry?
You put a parking ticket on your car, didn't you?
No. I'm expecting to get clamped.
No, we're going to get the yellow clamp. You've been DVLA'd. Right, come on, we'll have a little quick walk through here. The weather's crap, like. That's Jimmy's VRS that everyone's seen about 50 times. This is another Ford Ranger that we've put the upgraded oil pump. That's just had that done. This vehicle, yesterday I ended up purchasing this vehicle because well, I don't know how I even ended up buying this car, because somebody rang up to fix it. And I said, oh, I can recover it, we'll have a look at it. And before he knew it, that convinced us to buy it. So I ended up buying this car. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. If anybody knows anything about these, as soon as you open the door, the sat nav and everything turns on like it should, but there's no ignition, no start, no nothing. Never looked at it, and it's probably going to be a while. I think it's been sitting a while by the look of it. There's moss and all that good stuff in there. This little Citroen DS3 or DS3, whatever the car now. This is in for, I think, a tyre, and we took all the little wheel nuts off of the customer because he had actually lost the key. This is the SVR that was in for wiring repair, and then it needs a service. We're supposed to get that done today, but we're never going to get that done in time. This was in for the EGR valves, this Jag. This is another Ford Ranger. We've just done the oil pump upgrade on this thing. I'll tell you what it is, that's some piece of plastic that. This is apart from that bit of thing on the bonnet there, this is a really nice Ford Ranger. The customer keeps it immaculate inside and out. That Disco 5 That's Gav's that needs the DPF cleaned because it's come on the dash seal the DPS full basically. So I need to look at that. I need to find out why. Normally is the reason why the DPS are full. There's another Ford Ranger at the front there. That's the monstrosity one with the big wide wheels. The donut van that you can see there. That's just had an MOT. Definitely, I think it failed this morning. I think it's probably time to come out of the bad weather. That is. We make it through here.
Yep.
Oh,
Ready to go?
and over there is that's the 5 Series that will put the engine in. That's one of our cars. Yeah, right, so go to your room here. Right, take Jimmy's car. That had the engine put in, and we also come on, Marvin, think. Put oh sorry, what the wheels powder coated because they were in a really bad state. Where's Gary? What happened, guys? You just left the stand, right?
Well, what happened was I got sidetracked because we got a little bit of a. Well, I was trying to sort out the belt for the Duke, which I believe is now rectified with the right parts. We've got a problem with the vehicle, which is not right. So we had to, sorry, I do apologise. I had to look away. Yes.
Just left us high and dry. It wasn't high and dry. I was soaking.
I know it was like one of them awkward nights on a night out, wasn't it? When you got the turn and come back and your pal's not there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
As long as I'm riding your bird, you'll be alright. Right, we must leave it there. That's all we've got for Wednesday, and we'll obviously go down to see tomorrow.
What will happen on Wednesday? I forgot.
Wednesday? What was Wednesday?
Hey, I tell you what, the last 2 years have been terrible, haven't they? We need to up our game.
Up the game.
And you know what's happened? It's because we took the Nickwood Heads cinematography.
Yep.
Cinematography.
Well, let's see what we
This
can
is what happens. Yeah. So tomorrow needs to be
the dog's bollocks.
the dog's bollocks.
I want to see guys do a backflip in the workshop tomorrow.
Right, we are. Great. You've got 2 ups of that.
More chance to get the camera at the top there.
You've got 2 ups of that. Bob and West are up. I tell you.
Right. Thanks very much. See you tomorrow. Cheers.
It's only me because Marv's out doing recovery at the minute. So yeah, another busy day. What's going on today? Well, actually we'll start over here. Interesting on these. I think you heard us say back end of last week. One of the many. Obviously, fortunately, it's back together. It's back together. So, again, this is one of the time chain problem ones. This is, as you can see here, quite a job. These and the saloon car Jaguars are probably the most awkward ones. They're all awkward. Don't get us wrong, but as you can see with this one, so it is gearbox out. To get the gearbox out, it's a subframe cradle out, as you can see there, with all the steering stuff, etc. Big job these. Anybody who does these timing chains know how they are. But again, so it's got the new timing chain in, gearbox is back in, and you'll probably have about 2-3 hours in the morning to finish it off. And then that's that one done. So that's just another one. I've got another one coming in tomorrow. We'll start that. That one's very similar to that one. But yeah. The thing with these as well is this is all the transfer box and whatever you are. So that one's going back together. That's good news. The loudest SVR in Europe, I think it is. Nice compact engine on these, supercharged one. So that had its service done today. The punch was fixed on the back as well. It's just in here at night for security more than anything else. We all know these vehicles are very highly valuable and very highly sought after. Very stealable, unfortunately. So this one, it's finished now. Just to get its oil level check in the morning, and that one's ready to go back to the customer. So that one's a good one. Eventually got rid of that. The Ranger, it's just near oil and storage again. When we talk about switchable cars, I think that and them are probably the most stolen cars in the UK at the minute, unfortunately. So that's just here for security. This one, the EGR's leaking. It's actually physically blown one of the gaskets out of the EGR. The gasket's about a tenner, but to do it, it's about 4 hours worth of work. So we'll do that one next week for we buy, and then that one will be ready to go back as well. That's that one. Multi-connect, again done, it's a commercial vehicle. As soon as people see ladders on the top and things like that, I mean, it's unfortunate they automatically assume that there's stuff in the back of steel out of them. So that one got done today. Service was done on it, front brake pads and discs, a couple of bulbs in as well. So really routine work, yeah. But again, we wish we could put everything away, but the stuff that we think is probably open to maybe people want to try and get them that, we'll try and put them away, so it's in here at night. They'll pick that one up in the morning, they'll normally drop them off early and then they'll pick them up the next morning. This one's just arrived with us tonight, Audi A4. I like the shape Audi, it's a good shape, this one. TFSI, we've got a couple of problems on this, so we need to spend some time with it tomorrow. The customer's complaining that at higher revs, higher gears I should say, what's happening is it's suffering from, it feels like it's over revving. Also it's getting the distinct clutch smell. So we think it's done about 100,000 miles I noticed when I pulled in the workshop there tonight. So with this one, it's probably wear and tear on the clutch. It's got an air mass sensor fault as well, which is there. Some of we'll do a few of these as well, just in there. So P0100 I think is the code on that. But that's so that needs looking at. But again, literally just arrived with us tonight. Customers dropped it off tonight, ready for it to be started tomorrow. We'll put an hour on it tomorrow, diagnose it, see what's going on with the clutch. I think it's fairly straightforward. Just check that it is that air mass with our airflow sensor, and then we'll come up with a list on that one and see what it needs. Nice colour, that. Range Rover Velour. I like the shape car. Nice car. This one very well looked after by the customer. So this one's been in with us today. It was in a short time ago for a service, and at the time we reported that the brakes were getting a little bit low, but they didn't need doing at the time. So one thing we like to do, and it worked quite well, is so with this one, we put a reminder in there against the customer's record. So with dealer management system, it's nothing different any good dealer management system, but what it does is it gives us the ability whereby if it's not quite ready, we can then can preempt when they might need doing. So we contacted the customer about a week ago, give them the estimate for the repair work. It's had front rear brake set, as you can see there. It's got new discs on there, both on the front and the back. We replaced 3 of the tyres as well, and that one is ready to go. It's done again. That's gone through the workshop today. It's all done. But again, for security, you'll get left inside tonight, just to make sure that nothing happens to it. And we'll deliver that one back to the customer tomorrow. For that. This one suffered. So this one, if you remember, I don't know if you remember or not, but a few videos ago we built the engine on this one. Unfortunately, it sat the timing belt and did quite a lot of internal damage. It's back with us today. There's the oil coolers down the front of the engine. You can't really see much in it, but the oil coolers down the front of the engine, and the pipe split on it. So it needs a new pipe. I mean, the pipe is literally about 6 inches long. Unfortunately with that though, you can actually get it separate as part of the oil cooler, and it's dealer part only. It's an arm and a bloody leg, that one. So we'll go to the customer tomorrow, confirm costs, make sure that we go ahead with the repairs, get that ordered. But again, with it being the bank holiday, that's probably going to stretch it next week now. Yeah, we'll stretch it next week now with that by the time we get the parts ordered, etc. But yeah, that's that one. Jaguar, this one was in the other day. If you look over there at the strut and whatever is lying on the floor. So we had a look at this one the other day. It came in for it had a noise on it which turned out to be the exhaust loose at the back. But again, the beauty of health checks, keep on emphasising that. I'm a massive fan of health checks. With this, what we found as well, we did the health check and had snapped this coil spring. So we ordered the coil spring for it. Now, the problem is if you look at coil springs on Jaguars, if we just walk over here, Ed, the coil springs have, like a lot of manufacturers, they put a colour coding on them. So if you can see on the coil spring there, on this one, it's yellow, purple and pink. That's the colour coding for it. And that will denote the model or the particular, this model that it's off. So we ordered the colour spring, but unfortunately we've been sent the wrong colour one. So inconvenienced the customer, of course, which is always a nightmare. So we've reordered the colour spring. We'll just hope it arrives as the right one tomorrow. And that's in the workshop. So there's a bit left over from today, and also stuff which is going to go into tomorrow. You know, like I say, the Discovery, the Jaguar, and the red A4 there, of course, so they'll go tomorrow. The car park's pretty empty. Again, we've had another busy day, but the time of night it is, unfortunately, a lot of the cars are collected and gone now. I mean, just a quick recap, we've got the S3 in the corner, which is getting done tomorrow for the water pump. Jaguar's now ready. It's been MOT'd as well, so we picked up on that, even though it wasn't in for it. We picked up that because our database links directly to the DVSA. Again, like a lot of good database, got a lot of good DMSs. Picked up was doing MOT, so we've MOT'd the customer, and that one's going to go. Get that one tomorrow. I mean, other than that, the car park has pretty much got in it, which is like the long-standing stuff, which either we're waiting for pits for, waiting for starting, or on hold because the customer hasn't authorised it yet. So yeah, another busy day. Again, apologies, sorry you've had to put up with me. Marvin, like I say, is we out in recovery. Hopefully we'll both be here tomorrow and finish the week off as we always do. As always, thank you for watching. But please like, subscribe. You know, keep on hitting that like button there. That little car there, that little Fiat, we're getting very, very close for somebody. So please, you know, somebody's going to get cracking a little car there. Hit that button, like and subscribe. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Right. 10 to 6, Friday the 20th, end of April already. Crikey, it doesn't seem like 2 minutes since it was the 1st of April. Not up to see tonight, folks. Been a very, very busy, productive day today, thankfully. When you turn around, you'll be able to see the workshop is empty because pretty much everything's been done, dusted and gone, which is always good. Just got a couple of things finishing off tonight. Again, this is the last of the 3 time and chain jobs that we've had this week. Andy's done really well. It does obviously, I'm not going to say that, but she's just finishing that one off. Again, as you saw with the red one last night, this one is very, very similar, but Andy's a lot further on with this one. Yeah, all the underneath stone wheels are on. I think he's pretty much got an exhaust.
10 minutes.
There you go, 10 minutes. Heat shield, under tray. Button over the top. There's a lot of pipe work and things like that, just so that'll go on, and that one's ready to go. So yeah, that's just about there. Little Peugeot partner. Josh is just finishing off a service on that one. Some service. Yeah. And as you can see, as I say, workshop's been clean. We're getting it bank holiday weekend, of course, so already on Monday. But we're also just getting the workshop clean and tidy, ready to start work, hit the ground running on Tuesday morning. There's a lot of the carryovers from the week are unfortunately the Ford Cougar. That one is back together. Although the subframe's not in, it is physically running now. However, the noise that it came in for is still on. So that is going to have to, I guess, still that one, it's, you know, just switch it off, put the record to the back of the start, and you need to start again with that one. What we need to do now is we'll get to the position whereby we can get the car running, and then just and then see if we can find out where the noise is coming from. So it's a bit of a strange noise on that one. It sounds very much like a flywheel hitting the backing plate or something like that. However, this one hasn't got that, so a little bit more investigatory work on that, which is unfortunate. We thought we had cracked that one. The Jaguar. So this one, if you remember last night, it was the coil spring line over there. So as you can see, the coil spring's back in now, so we've put that in. However, we have had a problem. This is the suspension hub upright, which is an alloy upright. And what's happened is that they are very, very brittle. We see this quite often on Audis. On Audis, they're even worse because you can't get them apart. But what you have to do is that there locates it in the upper ball joint, which is the upper arm there. and what's happened is that as he's tightened it up, because you have to torque them specifically, otherwise the knock and bang, it's cracked. So unfortunately it does need a new upright on it, so we'll have to again just revisit that one on Tuesday and see what's the best option, because I know they're fairly expensive then. So but we'll find a solution for that for the customer, of course, and make sure it's sorted. Long spring there, and again, as with the workshop, the car park is fairly quiet in that most of the work is gone. The work that's lying over is either to be collected or ready for work on Tuesday, i.e. Transit Connect van there, that was in for a coolant loss. That's the old 1800 engine, that one. We've put a fairly common again, water pump on that one, so the water pump's done it. That's going back to WeBuy on Tuesday, they'll come pick that one on Tuesday. Range Rover, that one's good to go. Again, Brandon's customer's picking that up tomorrow morning. So if you remember, that one's the body off, etc. But again, that one's ready to go. Multi-Connect, it's done. Yeah, again, but with it being a Multi-Connect, they normally pick them up either in the morning or the after, but I think they're very, very busy at the moment, so they'll get that one tomorrow morning. We've already discussed what that one is. That one is back in the diary for Tuesday for the EGR fault. We'll get that sorted on Tuesday. That's the last thing to do with that, and then I'll go back to WeBuy. And again, that was the red one that you saw on the ramp last night. Audi A4. We have confirmed. So it's the clutch that's worn out, and it's not failed. It's worn out on it. So it needs a clutch in and the air mass meter. Repairs are authorised on that. That one will be getting done on Tuesday as well. This is the taxi, which is good to go. Rear brakes on that one. So I mean, look, I'm not going to go over it again, because really, you know, these are stuff we're talking about that they're all done. We're literally just waiting for them to be collected. So yeah, they're all good to go. But again, yeah, as I say, another busy week at Team Valley Service and MOT. Thank you to everybody for coming back, you know, and repeat business and come back and see us again. You know where we are. You know, if you want anything looked after, etc., you know, please come and visit us. Come and see us. Give us a call if you've got any queries about any of the work that you see, you know, that we discussed on the videos. If your car's got that or your van's got that, you know, give us a call. Love to look after, obviously, everybody in the northeast or farther afield if need be, of course. Thank you everybody for watching the videos. Again, please smash that like button, subscribe. You know, as I said to you yesterday, we're very, very close to that little Panda car. I cannot wait, I'm buzzing about that. Yeah, but so very, very close. And again, thank you for everybody watching. Have a great bank holiday weekend, everybody. Yeah, okay, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
On the episode 40, we will gonna show the Fiat Panda.
Yeah, and yeah, sorry, Ed's just saying that I wasn't aware of it. Is it the next one, Ed?
Yeah, next
so
one.
On the next video, Marvin's gonna have the little Fiat Panda here. We'll get it on the ramp. We'll do a walk around it, show you what you could potentially win. I mean, I'm telling you now, I've actually seen it's a cracking little car. Not everybody's cup of tea, but they're a cracking little thing. So we'll have that here for Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Tuesday. I think we'll get Tuesday. I'll remain involved every day for Tuesday. But yeah, so keep on watching, everybody. Thanks very much. Like I say, have a great holiday weekend, and we'll see you next week. Good night.